Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Aldina, and I am the creator of Divinely Healing. And today I wanted to talk about something that I have been learning recently that's been really a big lesson for me. And that is just letting go and letting life be what it is. And as I've talked about previously, I have always been someone that has had to have control of every single aspect of my life, of every person in my life. I could never just let things be the way that they were supposed to be. And I've learned the hard way, and I'm still learning, is that the only thing that I can control is myself and the way that I respond to the world and the situations around me. I found this quote that I don't know who said it. I just found it randomly online like a week ago, and it's really stuck with me. So I wanted to read it here for you. So, let July be July. Let August be August. And let yourself just be, even in the uncertainty. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to solve everything. And you can still find peace and grow in the wild of the changing things. And so, the most important thing here is to just let things be as they are. There is absolutely no reason to try to force things to be different so that they can fit into your life. I've talked about this so much before. We're so afraid of what's going to happen next. We're so afraid to let go of control because we're not used to letting go of that control. But the more that we try to control things in our lives, the more we feel out of control. The more anxiety it gives us, the more stress it gives us because we have these expectations for what our life should be like. But in all reality, you have to let go of these expectations because they are holding you back from being truly happy. July was not an easy month for me, and I struggled, and I wasn't sure why that was. And I was trying to rack my brain and figure out how I can fix things and how I can be better and how I can get control again. But I think the most important thing now that I'm looking back and seeing just how important July was for me, and I had a lot of growth in this period that I didn't even realize in the moment, right? As days were going by, I'm like, dude, how is every day just unraveling in a very weird way? I just felt so stuck. I didn't know which way to go. I didn't know what was happening. I felt so blocked off from myself and from everything around me. And so now that I'm looking back on it, I can see that that was important for me. And the reason it was important is because there were so many things that I was letting go of still. There were so many memories that I had to get rid of that weren't serving me. They were holding me back from being happy and for allowing myself the peace and the joy to just be in this existence. And I think that's something that so many of us struggle with is we want things to be a certain way. And when they're not that way, we're upset about it. We're angry. We want to know why that is. And you don't have to know. You do not have to know. You do not have to know the reason for everything. There does not need to be an explanation for everything that happens in your life. It's just the way that it's supposed to be. Just let things be the way that they're supposed to be. And this kind of all ties in with detaching from everything in your life because Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. Okay. And sometimes that's great when you think about it, right? Because you can be really depressed and sad, and you have this thought, and this isn't going to last forever. This pain that I'm feeling, this sadness, this depression, this anger, I'm not going to have it forever. It's just temporary. It's just in this moment. But the important thing here is to be in that moment, even if it's a horrible moment. Be in it. Feel every ounce of that moment that you're in, and embrace your life as it is. But when we're detaching from everything in our lives, we're not so attached to the idea of what these things in our lives are. Even yourself, even the person that you are today. You are so different today than you were yesterday, and especially different than the person you were a year ago or 5 years ago, and so on. You get the point. But we are constantly evolving, we are constantly changing, and you can't even be attached to the person you are right now. We're constantly going through these cycles of death and rebirth, death and rebirth. And that's why it's important to let go of the idea of who you are. And as I spoke before, let go of the labels that you put on yourself to define who you are. Okay? And let go of the idea of who other people need to be. Allow them to be themselves. Don't try to change them. Do not try to make them into something that they're not. We are all on our own journeys, and we're all here to learn and evolve. And when you are putting your ideas, your beliefs about who a person should be, when you're putting it on them, when you're shoving it down their throat, you are literally stunting their growth. You're making it difficult for them to grow and evolve to be the person that they're supposed to be. Let the situations in your life unfold the way that they're supposed to. If people want to leave your life, let them. If your boss wants to fire you for whatever reason, let them. If people want to project on you and try to make you feel bad, let them. What matters here is how you feel about yourself on the inside and how you're responding to these situations that arise in your life. You can react, you can be angry, you can let these things that come up ruin your entire day, ruin your week, ruin your month. And you can allow these situations to take your energy from you, to take your power from you. Or you can pause and you can process the things that are going on, and you can reassure yourself that the way that the things in your life are unfolding is the way that they're supposed to. You can assure yourself that when people are rude to you or when they say certain things to you, it's because they're projecting. It's because this is a way that they feel about themselves on the inside. And maybe they feel so out of control of their lives, or they feel insecure about the person they are. And so the only way that they can feel in control, the only way that they can feel secure is to attack you and to bring you down with them. I have stressed myself so much for my entire life. And it was because I wanted things to be a certain way, and they just weren't. And I couldn't accept it. I couldn't accept it. I couldn't understand why certain people didn't want me around. I couldn't understand why I struggled to be around other people. I couldn't understand why I always felt so left out. I was so attached to everything. It was because I was living through my ego and in this survival mode, and I wanted things to be a certain way. And when they weren't that way, I was pissed off. I was angry, and I wanted to change every single thing. And I did not want to exist anymore. It's not funny at all, but I laugh now because I can look back and I can see, well, she didn't want to exist anymore. So I kind of offed her. She's gone. She no longer exists. Now it's a new person, a new mindset that's taken place in my body. And I am able to see things differently and I'm able to approach things differently. You're not a project. You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to fix everything in your life. If things are falling apart, let them fall apart because they're supposed to. And if something is not making sense to you, then just let it go. Okay? Because it just means that it's not for you. If people don't want you around, then don't be around. And I mean that in the simplest way. Just remove yourself from the situations that you do not resonate with or the situations that don't make you feel good. Remove yourself from them. It's it's like, why are you racking your brain trying to figure out everything, trying to know everything before it happens, trying to see the answer for everything, trying to fix and control everything? Why do we do that? Just allow yourself to be who you are and don't look back. And the reason I even say any of this is because the month of July was a little tough. It was a little tough one for me, for sure. And I was just getting on myself about, why am I just never what other people want? Am I too goofy? Am I too weird? Am I too crazy for them? And I had this going through my head. But really, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't even care if I'm too goofy or too crazy or too weird, or if the things that I talk about don't make sense to some people. Who cares? You're here on this planet and you're so worried about being too much for people. And when you think about it, in the sense of that we are the smallest speck of dust on a tiny speck of dust in this grand universe, you realize just how silly it sounds when you tell yourself that you are too much of something for someone. I don't care if I'm too much for certain people because I'm not too much for myself. I came into this world with a certain journey, a certain purpose, and I don't even deserve to make myself feel small so that I can fit into other people's lives. Do not make yourself small. Do not try to make yourself be something that you're not so that you can fit into other people's lives. If people don't love you for the person that you are, for the silly, weird things that you like or say, then let them go and be yourself. And if they leave your life because you're living the way that you want to, or they think you're silly, let them. Because the people that are going to be in your life, the people that are supposed to be there, are going to love you no matter what. You can say the silliest, weirdest, goofiest things, and they'll understand you and they'll love you regardless. Say the weird thing, live the weird life. Even if nobody on this planet understands it, do it anyways. Let July be July. Let August be August. Let your life, let yourself be what it is and what you're supposed to be. And stop hiding yourself from everything. Stop thinking that you don't deserve to be loved, that you don't deserve to be seen and understood. Stop trying to label everything around you and make it fit into your life. There doesn't need to be a solution for everything. There doesn't need to be an answer for everything. Stop obsessing over the things that have happened in your life. Stop overthinking every single interaction, every single situation in your life, and trying to put meaning behind it. You will know the things that you're supposed to know. You will see, you will hear all of the things that you're supposed to know. You cannot miss anything that is for you. So why not just live life the way that you want to? Why not just be the person that you truly are deep down? Stop worrying about the when, the why, the how. Just know that it is all taken care of. There is no need to rush to get to the next phase of your life. Just be in this moment because that is the only thing that exists. The past no longer exists. The future is not here yet. The only thing that exists is this present moment right now. So, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to have fun? Are you going to laugh? Are you going to wake up in the morning and open the curtains and dance to your favorite song? You get to decide what you're going to do in this moment right now. So do the thing that makes you happy and stop worrying about what you're going to get from it. Stop worrying about what other people are going to think. Stop worrying about what's going to happen next month and just be here and let the day be what it is. Let your life be what it is. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys again very soon. Peace.